So welcome back to this tutorial, and I am Aaron Ibanda as usual to take you through C++ data types. So C++ has inbuilt data types, or what we call primitive data types, and we have them as integer. We make this the first one, then we have the next one which is float. Okay, we have the third one which is character, we have the next one which is string, and we have the other one called boolean. So these are primitive data types, or inbuilt data types. Then we have other user-defined data types as structures, enum, and classes, but we'll look at that later. So in this tutorial, let me first concentrate on the first one, which is integer data type. So in integer data type, we are dealing with whole numbers from 0 to 9. So in brief, we don't expect anything like 1.0. So this is not an integer. The moment you assign this to an integer, it will automatically be converted to an integer by rounding off. Okay, now when do we need whole numbers, or when do we need integers? You've seen me using age as 24. Why not? So why not 24.9 like that, or 24.89 like that? So this means that you can never hear someone saying, I just made 29.4 or 24.9. Really, this doesn't make sense, so that's why I'm not mentioning this. So we use whole numbers if we are picking a number or a value that is in that range of whole numbers. It's when we use integers. Secondly, if we are picking maybe someone's salary, if someone tells you that I earn $200 per day, then this can be our int salary. Okay, like that. Then someone can also say maybe int phone, and they are referring to the phone numbers, that is 707-204080. Then this one can also be called as a string, as an integer data type. Okay, now let's go and demonstrate this in our programming. We are declaring our age as 24 like before. Then we can have our int x as 7.5 like that, then int y as 7. Okay, so if we print age here, okay, and then in the next line we print x and y like that. So if we print x here and y here, then here in the last line, the first, I leave this one as of now. If you run this, the first value they are printing 24 to indicate that our age is equal to 24. So this one corresponds to age because we are printing the age. The next line is 7. X is being assigned 7, yet in actual sense we had 7.5. Why? I said integers only pick whole numbers, so this one will be rounded off to 7. Okay, then the next value so is y, which is equal to 7. So if you have whole numbers and you define them as data type int, automatically it will be the precision or decimal points will be dropped and to be rounded off to the nearest whole number, and that's what has happened in this case. Then here I want to show you some magic, that age or int have a size, and the size of int is 4. So if you run this program again using cout size of age is int by default. So if we run this, you will see that now the last line corresponds to 4. So, and this last line is an output of this one, size of 4. What does this mean? It means that integer data type is 4 bytes in size. So that means that 4 bytes in size, then int type will hold values up to 2 power. I don't know what the power is. So like that. So it will hold values up to 2 power 4, which is always 16, I guess. Okay. So int can hold values up to this. So if you have any number, let's say 1.5 billion times 2, you expect this to be 3 billion. But if you do this with data types int, then it will give you a wrong answer. Why? Because it is out of range. 16 billion, 3 billion. Let me do it here. Here, okay. 1.5 billion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. So if you do this by 2 and we print our value of age, it is giving us a negative number to show that it is out of range. So be careful while using these data types, because if you declare anything that is out of range, automatically it will give you a negative answer. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll meet in the next lecture as we describe more data types and we are going to float. We'll meet.